Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Teresa. I do videos on whatever I want because I don't like putting myself in a box. And today I have a weight loss update for all of you. I'm putting that in quotes because I actually did not lose weight at all this month. I actually ended up gaining the other pound back. Um For those who don't know, I've been on a weight loss journey since February of 2023. I almost forgot what year we're in. Oh my gosh, I am so tired. We've been running around doing errands all day because we have a family event next weekend, which you guys will not have. Well, not next week. Yeah, next weekend. Yeah, next weekend. Sorry, guys. There's so much going on in my life right now. It's insane. It's like Halloween ends and everything just boom happens. And so, yeah. So, we had an event next weekend, which you guys will not get a video next weekend because we got family coming up. So, I will not be able to film next weekend. But anywho, um yeah, I ended up not losing anything, and I've been on a weight loss journey since February. I've been playing around with the medication. I've been on Fenterman on and off last year. Last year, December, in total lost 58 pounds. And then I ended up gaining 14 pounds back. I've been working on losing that off, but I've been really struggling this time around. And so uh, I was doing Fenterman. I've had to take a break now from Fenterman. I've been off of Fenterman for a month now already. I can't believe it's been a month. And so, uh, yeah, I ended up going off of birth control for 2 months because I wanted to test my hormone levels because I suffer from hirsutism. And so I really wanted to see if hyperandroidism was possibly the cause of, the weight gain and, the hirsutism and the melasma acne, which is this up here. And so, yeah. And so I got that tested, and yeah, I'll get into that in just a second. So now I'm just doing Tobermate. I think I did end up maintaining with Tobermate. I just ended up kind of gaining a pound back. I'm sorry, you guys. My curls, I'm very finicky with my curls. Um it's a wash day, and so I'm trying to make sure things are kind of hidden. I really struggle with this. This is a section I struggle with. I need to get a gel or something. I need to try something better with this section because it just does not hold curl whatsoever. This is the way back section. But the front really holds really well. So anywho, um so I ended up gaining 2 pounds back, and since adding Tobermate to the mix, I was able to lose 5 pounds, which I was so happy about. And I'm just hoping I'm not getting to the point of my body is okay, this is it. This is all we can do. There's just so much happening in my life right now. I I don't really want to say this. I don't know if I can say it because I don't know. I'm trying to get a job right now, and I don't know future employers, if they're watching this, don't really know. It's something I'm not going to put it out there yet. But yeah, there's just some big changes that are potentially happening and in the works. And so there's a lot going on. You guys will find out eventually. I promise. I promise. I promise you guys will find out eventually. Some of you know already, some of you don't. continuing. So ended up not losing much. I will go back on my birth control tomorrow night. I am probably the one woman who has said this. I am so excited to go back on my birth control, you guys. I I do strongly feel like that this was the best time to have gone off of it and to experiment what it's like to go off of birth control, and especially to go off birth control and really see how my body does with just the weight loss medication alone. Definitely ended up maintaining, definitely gaining a little bit. The good thing is, honestly, BMI wise, I stayed within my BMI. So, if I went to the doctors though, my BMI would have gone up um because of the weight gain. But I mean, other than that, I mean, I've stayed in the right BMI. So, I mean, luckily I didn't go to the doctors or anything. So, yeah, and I'm trying to go to the doctors here in December, because unfortunately, I guess I can share this part. My doctor is actually leaving um, end of December, and so working through all of that and working through some personal stuff on my end, and so yeah, so yeah, everything's just it's a lot right now. So my body is going through a lot, and just personally, I'm putting myself through a lot of stuff. So what can you do right now? So I'm really excited to go back on it. It's going to be really interesting to see how my body reacts, especially without the tobermate. I mean, not the tobermate, the fentermin. So that's that. So moving on, hormone tests came back. I was super surprised because she did tell me that it was going to take like a couple days for it to come back. Yeah, no. I went in Wednesday and did it. I was so proud of myself because I do not do well with getting my blood taken because of the precocious puberty. I had to get my blood taken a lot as a kid, and it was pretty frequently, and so I have a lot of, like, PTSD from that, and so I don't get my blood taken often when I go to the doctors, so I do get pretty nervous with it, but oh, the ladies at the clinic just do a phenomenal job with that. And I tell them all the time, so something about being Indian is we have deep rolling veins and it's just a race thing. And so I tell them all the time I was there and I was like, "Here you go. I'm sorry. They're deep and it's a race thing. So blame my race." And she's like, "Oh, seriously, on a Wednesday?" And I'm like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "It was Halloween Eve." And I'm like, "I'm sorry to put you through this." So she found it immediately. She was so good with it. And yeah, I've never had an issue giving blood there. And so yeah, that was super, super nice. Um, and so that all actually came back normal for some reason. And I told my mom, and she's like, "Yeah, that's probably, like, the one normal thing about you," and I'm like, "Yeah, probably." Um, so that's a huge shocker because, like I said, one of the reasons why I got it done was hirsutism. I get, very moderate hair growth on my chin. Originally in the conversation, my doctor and I had talked about it. We had done an ultrasound before and nothing showed up on the ultrasound, so we really were not concerned with PCOS. Um, I did genetic testing. They did test for PCOS, and my chances of PCOS was 13% by the time I'm like 40 something. So that was super nice to get reassurance on, because PCOS with Indian women is higher than Caucasian women, along with being insulin resistance, which would lead to diabetes, etc. And so it was just nice to kind of get all of that like reassured. And so, yeah. Um, so we weren't insanely worried about it when we had spoke about it like a year ago, spoken about it like a year ago. We both kind of concluded that it's more than likely just a race thing. And yeah, she told me at that time, if you want to try anything, you can try this medication, but you can obviously like think about it and we can talk about it again. And so like a year, literally exactly like a year later, I was like, "Hey, I want to try that medication." And that's what we've been playing with right now. So, yeah. Um been doing that, and yeah, just super interesting because yeah, I've definitely had symptoms of high androidism, and high androidism and I don't high testosterone. I've had the symptoms of it, but I know with Indians too, you can have normal hormone levels and then be completely fine, like still have the symptoms but be completely fine. So I think that's what I have. There's also hydroid hit idiopathic his hirsutism is what it's called. So that's what I would classify as me having. As there's no like known cause for it. Again, with the race thing, it's more than likely just a race thing at this point, which is what we had originally suspected. Um, Again, the joys of just not knowing anything about family health history because of adoption, a closed adoption to be exact. And so, yeah, yeah. Because I told her like once after like honestly, October was the worst month. I really got the symptoms more, like, I was definitely getting the oily skin back, which really, like, around my nose, like, when I woke up, I was getting it, especially near the time of menstruation. Um, this didn't really matter whatsoever. I know my doctor was, not my doctor, well, my dermatologist went on a rant when I saw her in June and was saying, there's a small chance that your birth control could be contributing to it, but it would only be contributing of, up to like 20%. And so I was like, okay, if I choose to get tested, then we can see if it clears up. Literally did nothing. I definitely saw the changes in the hair coming back thicker, that sort of thing. So definitely saw the symptoms. So I'm super surprised that the hormone tests came back normal. So yeah, just like a race thing, which is just so interesting because older sibling, one of my older siblings who is adopted from the same place in India as me, not blood related. Everybody always asks us, um, does not have any of that, does not suffer from any of that the way that I do. So, super interesting. And yeah, so that's kind of the update, you guys. Literally nothing has changed um weight wise. I've really been maintaining. I've gained a little bit, um but I feel like I probably have been able to lose it as well. Hard to say because I really have stayed away from the scale because I'm like, I don't know how my body's gonna be reacting to things um when I'm off of all of this stuff. So that's that. Test came back normal for some miracle. And yeah. the interesting thing is to treat, hirsutism, if you want to treat it, is through birth control and through the current medication that I'm taking as well. And so I am still going to take birth control and the medication, which seems really weird for me to do. Like, it kind of seems wrong. But the thing is, I do know that with losing weight, I mean, in these pills, it can screw up your menstrual cycle. And if I was straight, they would definitely be pushing for me to be on some kind of contraception. So, yeah, there's that. And yeah, luckily I'm not straight, so there's no chances of me even becoming pregnant. So, um, but yeah, just to keep things normal, because I've definitely have had like breakthrough bleeding in the 2 months since coming off of birth control. And so yeah, just to keep things normal. Um, yeah, because I've actually real personal. I actually ended up with BV um this month, like right after? No, right before my period. So clearly there's was some kind of imbalance of stuff going on down there. So definitely want to avoid that. And, that's all thanks to, you know, who knows what. So yeah, just to avoid everything with the weight loss journey. Because as much as I hate having to be a woman and going through that, it's also a sign of, having a healthy, functioning body. And so, yeah. Anyways, if you guys liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe down below, hit the bell for notifications. Just as a reminder, I am not posting next weekend. I will try and post the next weekend. I will be out of town though next weekend. So it'll probably be early if I do choose to post. The following weekend, I will see as well. I'm just getting so crazy busy, you guys. I'm sorry. I will keep you all posted in the community tab. I have family up the following weekend as well. So let me give you guys a rundown of what's going on. So next weekend, possibly an early video on the 8th, but then no video the 9th or the 10th. And then an early, well, we'll see. And then probably no video the following weekend, which would be the 15th through the 17th. And then we'll be back to normal end of November. That would be the 22nd, the 23rd, and the 24th. So there'll be like 2 weeks here. Yeah. Yeah, 2 weeks where you guys aren't going to get any video. So, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's just getting really, really crazy. But as we enter the holiday season, that's what's kind of going on. And once I'm able to tell you guys kind of the big thing that's going on in my life, then you guys will understand more of like why everything is so hectic, because I do want to share with you guys, but because of employment reasons, I just can't share with you guys yet. I'm sorry, and I really, really want to share with you guys, but until everything is set in stone, I can't. And I'm sorry for fidgeting with my hair so much in this video. I love you guys. I hope you guys had a safe Halloween for those who celebrated here in the US. Um, Thanksgiving is coming up in a few weeks. I just cannot believe we're already at the end of 2024. How did that happen? I don't even know. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all your support and love. And I'll talk to you guys all later. Bye. That was the weirdest bye ever. I don't know what my voice decided to do there. Bye, guys.